And now 10 years later, the Mother Emanuel AME Church shooting that left 9 people dead is still fresh in the minds of everyone.
Today, Democratic lawmakers held a press conference urging for more legislation that would close the so-called Charleston loophole.
But a local state representative says gun owners need fewer restriction on firearm purchases, not more. Our Webb Wright heard from both sides on this debate. Webb?
Well, the loophole, which allows gun buyers to take possession of their firearm before federal background checks are complete after the 3-day waiting period. That allowed Mother Emanuel's shooter to take possession of the gun before the background check turned up a drug charge. But a local state rep says new laws would not have stopped that tragedy from happening.
Every day, 160 felons and 50 domestic abusers are stopped from buying firearms because of the background checks.
A plea for change in federal gun laws, but locally,
all they would do is inhibit the rights of citizens, and that's not something South Carolinians believe in.
A decade-old low-country tragedy, leaving lawmakers at odds on how to prevent the next one.
This enhanced background checks act would eliminate the 3-day period and establish in its place a process that would take 10 days.
But some say the laws on the books are enough, and added legislation would not have stopped the Mother Emanuel tragedy.
There's already laws on the books that say if you know that that person is mentally incompetent, if they're a convicted felon, you can't do that. Things that they're proposing would not stop violent actions.
According to the CDC, since 2020, firearms are the leading cause of death for children and teenagers.
We will not keep any law-abiding citizens from getting a gun. Over 92% of all background checks are completed within the 3-day period. This would only affect 8%. That is not an undue burden.
But others believe new laws would actually prevent those with need for protection from accessing firearms in a timely manner.
Single mom is in not a good relationship with maybe an ex-con boyfriend or a stalker. I'm afraid for my life and my kids' life. You legally would have to go get a background check on your neighbor just trying to defend herself. That's the ramifications of what they're saying.
Advocates of extending checks counter that these measures would make everyone safer.
These are common sense, life-saving measures designed to improve public safety for everyday Americans. The gun violence epidemic requires an aggressive, common sense response.
Now, according to data from Everytown for Gun Safety, the background check system blocks over 3,000 illegal sales to convicted felons in South Carolina and 300 to domestic abusers each year. Working for you, Webb Wright, News 4.